Next on Q, it's the Friday Fearsome Foursome. Tonight, our special guest I'm drawing a blank.
No, you're thinking about Ed Blank. He's the film critic over at the Tribune Review.
And tonight, Ed will join Friday regulars Ruth Ann Baker, Alan Cox, and Fred Honsberger to talk Oscars, movies, and other dramas that made the news this week.
Well, also, the girls of Oakland Catholic are hurling themselves over the hurdles in the hallway.
And leaping ahead of the competition, we'll have the story.
And we'll tell you who the bands are to beat at this weekend's Graffiti Rock Challenge.
That's all next, so stay with us.
And look at things differently. On Q starts right now.
Race you to the set.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, jump!
Hello, I'm Chris Moore.
And I'm Carol Lee Espy, thinking out loud. Welcome to On Q. Stacey Smith has the night off.
Tonight, they don't have much space for practice, but the girls of Oakland Catholic High School are still out to win. That story's coming up.
Along with your preview of this weekend's Graffiti Rock Challenge. Now it's round 3 over at the Beehive. We've got more on that later.
All right, now it's time to introduce the only, the one, the only, the fearsome foursome. First of all, anybody miss me last week?
I did.
I did too. I did. We all missed you.
Just checking.
It was painful. It was
Just
painful.
checking.
Well, okay, now, should we introduce our special guest?
Sure,
All right,
sure
let's
we
move on. And our special guest here tonight is Ed Blank, and he is the film and video critic and columnist for the Tribune Review.
Ed, your favorite movie this year?
Oh, Pay It Forward,
Pay It Forward.
which got no Oscar nominations, but that's okay.
They didn't pay it forward, I guess.
I guess not. Move along. And now the Foursome Regulars Post Gazette columnist Ruth Ann Baker. I'm sorry.
doesn't
you
know
were
who
the
we
regular-
are.
You need a
I was
teleprompter.
wondering who that was.
Ruth Ann?
Well, I
She
wanted to
doesn't
know what
know
my
who- I
question
got
was
wings
for
to-
Ruth.
Oh, I
What's
see.
your favorite color? No, what was your favorite movie this year?
Traffic.
Traffic.
That's a movie?
That's no,
I could not in good conscience vote for anything that starred Helen Hunt. Sorry, Ed. Can't stand her.
It takes out about 90% of the films this year.
This year it
Helen
does.
Hunt?
No, I
That
don't.
might be against the law in Nebraska.
I'm
Next
from
to
Missouri.
Ruth Ann, Alan Cox from 1059 The X. Alan, do you have a favorite
I got like
movie
wings
this year?
tonight. I don't. Ruth Ann was
It's
telling
Big
me.
Hair. It's back
she was
in
telling me I had big
Pittsburgh.
hair. My favorite movie this year would have been Ernest Goes to Mars. It was.
I thought that was 5 years ago.
I don't think so.
Ernest is dead now.
Yeah, that was his swan song. Yeah.
No
And
pun
finally,
intended.
the man who gives an Oscar-worthy performance here every Friday night. How do you like that,
You
Fred?
got the open collar action
I
going.
know. I don't
right.
know. No tie tonight. I'm trying
Just
to,
go, Fred.
I am.
This is Fred
Sorry.
Honsberger of KDKA
my
Radio and
leisure suit.
PCNC. Fred, favorite movie?
Man of Honor. Is that Man of Honor? I like the Man of Honor. I like Chocolate. It's hard for me to pick. I go to a lot of movies.
No, movies, not. Oh, the movie shot.
Man of Honor, and Chocolate.
Well,
I
we're
just saw
talking
Chocolate
about
last
movies, and
weekend.
Ed Blank is here. Ed, I know you have a big column coming out next week with your predictions, and you don't do predictions until you get to your column, but I wonder if you think there are still good movies being produced.
There are always good movies. There's always something to make a best 10 from. I think the average movie is a little dumber every year than the average movie from the year before.
What do you think accounts for that?
So many factors, we can't get into them. But designing movies by the responses of focus groups is one of the things that's dumbing pictures down. Because ultimately what they get is people saying they want the ultimate payoff from each film. They want triumph by all of the central characters. They want to feel good leaving, the viewing space and so on.
But isn't that how we use movies and videos and television? People don't want to see their own distresses they have in everyday life. They want to feel good when they spend their entertainment dollars,
Well,
don't they?
it depends on what the entertainment is. I mean, there's a purpose to feeling good when you're leaving Singing in the Rain. I don't think you're supposed to in quite the same way when you leave The Scarlet Letter, which was the upshot of
There's
the
a moral lesson
version
to
with
be
Demi
learned
Moore.
there.
Sure.
Ruth Ann, you were nodding your head when he was talking about movies and the fact that they're getting dumber and dumber. You think you agreed?
Yes, I do. In fact,
Good title for a movie. Nah, it never sell.
I used to go to a lot more movies than I do now, and one of the reasons was even the ones so-called good you know, average, you know, B pictures were just, I felt so manipulated. What was the name of that? Penny Marshall, A League of Their Own. Even that, I'm like, it was insulting. The ending is insulting.
Oh,
good
you would not
movie.
like A League of Their
I
Own.
like
Who
that
doesn't? What are you, a
movie.
communist? Who doesn't like A League of Their
Oh,
Own?
man.
That's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
Chicks playing baseball.
Oh, with the,
But
with the
be
pitcher's
specific,
mound.
Ruth Ann. What did you not like about it? Did it trivialize women or
A
what?
League of Their Own. No, and actually I was fine until the ending, and then they do the backflash kind of thing.
that was
Like
the
now they're
focus
old
group,
women,
right.
and now. And it was like, could we be more heavy-handed? And I feel the same. And oh man, I'm gonna get a lot of trouble tonight. Every time Steven Spielberg does a great movie, he does the same thing. The modern day framing of Saving Private Ryan, it was like, I don't know, a dinner theater somewhere.
So if it
in the
ended in World
suburbs
War
of
II, you would have
Cleveland.
been fine, huh?
He's
And
just.
rather than going back to the graveyard or something?
You can always count on Spielberg somewhere to completely lose what had been up until then a reasonably subtle touch. And he
Fred-
did the same thing with Oscar Schindler's big speech in the factory at the end.
Fred, you're frowning
that
up.
movie.
You don't agree
Well,
at
you know,
all.
I like a movie that makes you feel good, and I like a movie with a happy ending. I don't like to have to think when I go to a movie. I mean, I don't want to have to, like Ordinary People. I went with a friend of mine, she goes, oh, wasn't I? I said, no, it stunk. It was awful. Now, aside from the Godfather movies being my favorite movies, they're just good movies. You know, one of my favorite movies, and this is my kind of movie, is 3 Days of the Condor. You remember
That
that?
was great.
What a great movie, huh?
Yeah.
Great movie.
But you had
Ed's
to pay
going,
attention.
yeah,
Robert
okay. He's the
Redford.
popcorn. See, I'm the popcorn crowd. I just want to go in and enjoy the movie.
As long as your cell
you're-
phone doesn't go off in the
He's
movie.
the person I'm leaning back and going shh during the whole movie.
he's
No, I'm not
crunching
doing
the
it. I'm not
popcorn.
talking during the movie. We don't want talking during
Are
the
you
movie.
eating during the movie? Because
you
there
have
are
to have
some
the
movies that
popcorn.
you can eat during, and there's another class of movie that you cannot eat during.
tear
and
jerkers, you mean?
No, just you don't
Rugrats
eat.
in
It's
Paris.
like the Seinfeld episode. You don't make out or eat popcorn during Schindler's List, and there are a lot of bunch of people out there.
I made out during Schindler's List.
But a movie can make you think, and you can still enjoy it. Don't you agree? Or it
But,
can
well,
move
you
you.
know, I'm not degrading movies that make you think. That's not my kind of movie. I go to a movie just about every week. It's part of my relaxation thing. And there's some that are good and some that are bad. We go with our friends and we look, and at the end we go, like The Horse Whisperer. One too many close-ups of the horse eyeball. You got to be kidding me here. Give me a little bit more Kirsten Scott.
Well, they can't
Thomas.
make the mouth move
get
like
outta
in
here.
Mr. Ed or
All of a
something.
sudden we're looking at the horse eyeball. Yeah, get out of here.
Alan, you talked about movies, but I wonder if you have paid any attention to the nominations for the Academy Award.
I have, actually. Two things stuck out. One, the guy who directed Billy Elliot, I forget his name.
Stephen Darden.
Dardley
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that, It's usually the case that a film will get nominated, but the director won't. That usually happens every year. And this year, he gets nominated, but the film didn't. Billy Elliot didn't get a Best Picture nomination. But the one that kind of bummed me out, and it seemed to have been a futile effort on the studio's part when they re-released Wonder Boys, in the hopes of getting it Oscar consideration, which I thought Wonder Boys was a great movie. I saw it when
They got 3 nominations, didn't it?
not in any major categories, though. Not Best Actor.
Supporting
Yeah,
actress,
nothing like that. I mean, it probably got sound mixing or something like that.
And
but-
people thought Michael Douglas would get a nomination for
well, I
that.
saw it during its first run. I didn't see it when they
So
re-released.
did
I saw
I.
it when it first came out. There were like 10 people in the theater because, granted, you kind of had to search it out. They didn't market it in a big way. When it came back, then that was when they marketed it. They put Michael Douglas's face big and wide on there because he had. But I thought that was a great movie that should have gotten some consideration, at least in one of the major categories.
Okay.
Well, what we always wind up looking at, though, is the final slate of 5 nominees. We don't know who was 6th or who was 7th or who was 8th. And the fact is, most of the contenders would be included if they gave us a list of 8 or 10.
Does
So what-
Hollywood Ed do things now to make sure that their films are nominated, and have they really been seen by the Academy?
Well, ask about
Everybody-
Chocolat. Isn't that the controversy concerning Chocolat
Well,
this year?
Chocolat is a Miramax film, and Miramax has 9 consecutive Best Picture nominations, and they are now considered the past masters of designing campaigns to get some film on the final slate of 5.
How does one design a campaign?
Very heavily in the trade papers and by courting the voters.
So you spend the money.
You do spend the money, and sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it
just like
doesn't.
anything else.
It's not going to do any good to spend money promoting something that has no chance whatsoever.
Can a foreign film win?
It hasn't so
Best
far. It could happen this year.
What's
what?
the name of the movie? Dragon something?
Crouching
subtitles.
Did you say Crotch of the Dragon? What did you
Crouching
say?
Tiger.
Oh, I thought he
Hidden
said.
Dragon.
I thought he was being himself, Alan. I'm
Crotch
sorry.
of the Tiger is a completely different film.
Okay.
No, but I mean, basically, you look at the nominees though, and the reason they re-release Wonder Boys is because I think like any movie released any given year before like September, nobody will even remember. But if you think back to '91, Silence of the Lambs was released very early in the year.
Timing is everything.
Well, Paramount really got behind Wonder Boys, and that was the reason for the re-release in the fall, which
It's
was
too bad.
limited.
It didn't do any good.
Well, it didn't do very well anyway.
Yeah.
And the fact is, the same film community that has nominated Aaron Brockovich in Gladiator from the first half of the year
Right.
had all
I'm
of this
hearing
time.
moaning to my right here.
I
What was it?
join your
I mean, does it?
moans.
I didn't see the movie, but it seems
And
like
you're
this.
moaning?
This movie has
She's a
been out for
perfect
5
critic.
years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And and it's all just tired of the cleavage and
Nominated.
the whole
I want to
Nominated for
ask
the-
Ed,
the woman
when
with
you
best
look at
cleavage
the
who has
when you look at the
I'm tired of
five
the cleavage.
nominees for Best Picture, every year I see those 5 and I pick out the one that I think should win, and someone else is gonna win. That's a given because if I picked it, loser. And the one that wins is going to be a picture 10 years from now. We'll go, wow, did that matter?
But sometimes, you're right, sometimes it works out that way. I think more often than not, they are films you remember later. I mean, what is being talked about now more than Silence of the Lambs, which was released 10 years ago,
See,
and then
and to-
9 years ago it won.
To me, that would be a primary example of a film that shouldn't have been the one we said, oh, this
But
is the
everybody's
best of this year.
panning the sequel,
no,
aren't they?
no, it has very mixed reviews.
Yeah,
Some
well,
quite favorable. Hannibal. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Speaking of videos and reviewing film, have you seen enough of The Implosion yet? And have you reviewed that at all, Ed?
I saw that implosion 2 weeks before it happened, and they just kept replaying it through promos all that time. By the time they
Well,
were
you're gonna
resurrected,
Oh, there it is.
One more time. here.
they
There are
showed
my
it so many
windows.
times they started resurrecting it.
And I heard only one window was broken.
Oh wow!
Is that
Only
right?
one.
Only one window
That's
is broken.
amazing.
This was such a big deal, though, to this town that you can't blame people for going over this like the Zapruder film, though, because, I mean, from 400 different angles, because that's like a big thing in this town.
I
And
was
to
down
blow-
there for crying out
I
loud.
was too.
I
It was-
hauled my family out. We went down there. and
Where
you're-
were you?
Did you have your mask?
7th floor of Gateway Center, so we were inside.
Did you have a hat like Ken Rice on?
No, I was inside. Oh,
Did you feel it?
You had that Kangol. You look like LL Cool J doing
Yeah,
these
with
live
the
shots.
Kangol hat on.
What was that about?
earmuffs. I don't think the earmuffs added to it.
Yeah.
Did you feel it over in the building?
Yeah, you could. Even through the window, you could hear the implosion. But you're right. So I do the TV show the next morning. I'm saying everybody's done this implosion. Everybody's done it. We've seen it 15,000 times. So I ran it backwards. And it was pretty good. We just took it and it came right back again. And so that's the only thing left to do.
Hey, it's going to be great for photographers in this town. They're going to make a lot of money because we have to have new skyline pictures. We do.
Well, that's right. There will be a
All
totally
new
new
photos
skyline
and
by the time
paintings,
they get the convention
All the
center.
TV
and
stations
two
have to
stadiums.
change those backdrops now because Three River Stadium's there. And
Right.
Well, that'll
when
give
they
them
said
more-
the anchor babes and all that sitting, the stuff's behind them, and they got to change
Anchor
it all.
babes.
I wonder if they put a big X over Three River Stadium or like erase it or something.
Wait a minute, Ruth Ann, given the fact that Fred said anchor babes and you all were talking about best cleavage in a movie
Oh, I
kind,
wasn't.
kind of thing. No, someone said, one of the two of
I
the
did.
female
Guys
I'm
down
tired of
there.
the cleavage
people
stuff.
said it.
She said cleavage.
But I'm
I'm
wondering.
tired of it.
I'm wondering, is that the kind of thing that turns a woman off when you see a picture like this, or you hear somebody say it's a chick flick or a babe movie or something like that?
Chick flick is
No.
very descriptive.
No.
Chick
Look-
flick means dialogue, well written,
Oh,
Yeah, right.
character
please.
development. Character development.
And nothing
And
blows
2
up,
hours,
right?
2 hours and 40 minutes
Chick
of
flick means
nothing.
close up of the horse eye. That's what it means.
And nothing blows up, right? Okay,
No
we
violence.
got a minute left.
Charlie's Angels, is that up? No, okay, never mind.
We've got a minute left, and a lot of people, particularly seniors, are hurting because of the recent increase in gas bills. Fred, have people been calling you and complaining a lot
No, I
about
mean,
that?
it's not-
I tried to get some conversation going. Nobody even
No, it
called
does,
me.
but it's clear the gas bills are high, and I mean, what are you going to do? I entered Clinton Anonymous where I tried to go 1 day, 2 days. I went 1 day without talking about Bill Clinton, but the Clinton administration did not encourage exploration of natural gas. We've got the reserves. We don't want to get it.
So will the bills go down if we explore in the Alaskan Arctic?
If the supplies go up, the price goes down. The supplies are lean.
And the wilderness be damned. Forget those moose, right?
Look, caribou. They love that oil pipeline up there. It's warm. They got to heat the oil
They
before
can
they
stand next to it, right?
That's exactly right. Give me a
Okay,
break
well,
here.
once again, it's time to bring this portion of the program to a close. We want to thank tonight's special guest, Ed Blank. Thanks for being here, Ed.
Thank you.
And a big thank you to our regulars as well, Ruth Ann Baker, Alan Cox, Fred Honsberger.
Time for Dave and Dave?
No Dave
No
and Dave
Dave
today.
and Dave tonight. Coming up, the disappointed Fred Honsberger. But coming up, why are the girls of Oakland Catholic hurling themselves over hurdles in the hallway? We'll find out right after this look ahead to Monday on Q.
Meet our Monday One on Q guest, Lorraine Branham.
She was just named assistant to the publisher at the Pittsburgh Post Gazette.
Lorraine Branham, new in town, someone Pittsburgh wants to know more about.
Also Monday, post-traumatic stress disorder. Did you know about a new controversial treatment?
Well, the secret is in your eye movement.
Even the experts say they're not sure how it works.
They just know it does, and you'll meet a patient who says it changed her life.
Monday on Q.